Hello everybody and welcome to this edition of North Penn Television. I'm Eric Jesberger alongside Prasham Jobanputra, ready for some girls varsity basketball tonight here in North Penn at the girls Navy Gym, where the Knights will take on the Archbishop Carroll Patriots. And before we begin tonight's action, let's get into tonight's starting lineup for the Knights. Jenny Holmes, senior guard. Elena Mullally, sophomore guard. Kate Early, sophomore guard and forward. Carly Adams, sophomore guard. And Bree Hewlett, senior guard and forward.
And here are the Archbishop Carroll starting lineup. Number 44, Harlem Jennings, Jr. Number 35, Molly Marcitanio, Senior. Number 15, Kate Rocio, Senior. Number 22, Erin Sweeney, Sophomore. Number 21, Carly Doherty, 21.
And as we begin tonight's action, the Patriots winning the tip-off and looking to strike early here. 35, Maxiano, pass over to 15, Rocio. Pass back to Montiano. Pushing drives. Carly Adams, a great defense on the play there. And North Penn will begin with the ball here on their own end of the court. Carly Adams will begin the attack for the girls in white, North Penn. Over to Kate Early. And back over to Carly Adams. Over to number 2, Holmes, drives. Great pass to 55, Bree Hewlett, who puts up the first points of our contest tonight. Masitani gives off to Doherty. Looking to drive, unable to find anything. Massiano will take it back to half court. Over to 44, Jennings. She drives. Puts it up, unable to find unable to finish off in the basket there, and Mullally will bring it up. Over to Hewlett. Back to Mullally at half court. Over to Holmes. Holmes over to Early, back to Mullally. Fight it off, gets it off to Hewlett. Holmes down with the ball, pass over to Adams. Back to Hewlett. They're working to try and get into the paint. Early pushes, pass back, unable to find Hewlett. However, she picks it up. And with the drive, stuffed by 22, Dreger. And the drive will continue here. Jennings under the basket. Out to 22, Dreger, who's able to find the net. And with the play at hold, it's 2-2 so far in the game.
Lots of good ball movement by the North Penn Knights. The coach said they wanted to play as a unit. Right now, it's looking good so far.
As we get to head back in action, also as you pointed out, a lot of great ball movement so far, and also North Penn, a lot of great defense, as we should expect tonight, along with the Patriots, who are 1-0 coming into tonight's game, and North Penn coming off of a tournament over the weekend, winning both of their games, 2-0, as they head into tonight's action.
Definitely some good defense in those two games. Definitely led by 22, Kate Early. She will play physical. She keeps one hand on the defender as Jennings goes on the break. No good.
Good contest there by Adams, and still Jennings able to hold on to the ball and lay it up. Great tackle on number 44. But the Knights on the fast break here, looking to try and bounce back. Sheila looks for Mullally, finds Adams. Adams back out to Early. Early with the shot up. And all net there. Early with the three-point shot. And the Patriots will now begin the attack. Number 35, Masiatani, gives off to Sweeney. Back in tight to Masiatani, and puts it up, gets 2 and 1, as she will head to the free throw line.
And right now, the Archbishop Carrolls are really finding a good way to get down the lane. They're not going to take too many shots outside this early, and they're really going for the lane, getting the layups.
And 22, great hustle there. Sweeney able to keep it in play. With a pass by Hewlett, attempted for early, just over her reach. And Jennings will give in to Masiatano here as Archbishop Carroll will begin their attack. Masiatani looking for Jennings. Jennings takes it out to half. Stolen by Malele. And the Knights pushing now up hard. Get off to number 2, Holmes. Holmes far pass. Tipped out of play by Doherty. Defensive play. It will just force that attack down and will now regroup as Adams will begin the pass in for the Knights. Adams looking for an answer here. Passes back, but just ran out of time there. The attempt for Holmes. Took too much time there, and now Masiatano will begin the attack here for the Patriots. Masiatano pass intended for Doherty, but defense there by Holmes, able to force that ball out of play.
There's that good defense shown by the Knights. They're not going to let any ball just get past. They're going to go after everything, every shot, and every pass.
Jennings will have the open look, jump shot. Able to find Twine there on an open shot there. Now 5-8. Hard attack there. Masiatano able to bring up with the ball. And the Patriots showing great defense so far. Shot by 15. Rocio unable to find the basket. And Malele will bring it up for the Knights. Malele gives off to Holmes. Defense pressure by Masiatano. Get off to Hewlett, back out early at half court. And pass to Holmes, unable to be handled. And will roll out of bounds with Archbishop Carroll taking over.
Jenny Holmes, during the tournament, was the go-to shooter. Let's see what happens tonight. I expect her to get a lot of field goal attempts.
And with subs coming in, number 10, Bess, and number 22, Sweeney now in. Jennings will take control here at the three-point line. Look for somebody, will begin off to Masiatano. 22, Sweeney back over to Masiatano at the three-point line. Finds the open look on 22. Sweeney, however, she's unable to answer. Jennings picks up the loose ball. The Patriots continuing to find the ball for defense of the Knights. Sweeney looks to slow it down, back out to Masiatano. Sweeney with great handles. Shot up, and great contest by Adams there. As Sweeney looked to put that up, and the Knights back on the attack. Adams will give it off to Hewlett. Hewlett back over to Holmes. Holmes with the three-point shot, and answers. And it's now a tie game, 8-8, as we reach the 2-minute and 20 mark here in our first quarter. Masiatano will bring it up for the Patriots. Getting off to Jennings. Back to Rocio. Over to Jennings. Jennings gets the open shot. And off the rim and unable to fall into the basket.
And the Patriots so far have gotten a lot of open looks, but they have not converted on them. Those are the shots you have to make.
We're seeing a lot of open looks for 44 Jennings over the Patriots so far tonight, as the Knights will look to lock down the defense. Brought up by Lindsay. Getting off to Adams. he'll find Lindsay again. Over to Hewlett. Hewlett's three-point shot off the rim and backboard. And Jennings will pick up the ball, giving to Massiotano. And great defense there by Sharkey, stopping down that drive. And the Patriots will resume possession here. Massiotano finds Jennings over at the three-point line. And Jennings shot off the rim, unable to fall in. And the Knights will begin the attack. And Hewlett having two opportunities there, getting her own rebound, unable to put it in. And Massiotano will bring it up, giving off to Bess.
And you saw that scrappy defense by the scrappy team of the Knights, just going after their misses. Like I said before, they will go after the ball no matter what.
Massiotano will look back to 22. Sweeney. Shot goes up and unable to go in, and Adams will pick up the ball. And driving hard, gets the shot off, but Sweeney applying defense. Shot unable to go in. And that defense, as you said, Prasham, is definitely evident so far in tonight's game. And Sweeney gets a shot off, but the board picked up by Sharkey. And the Knights will begin the attack again. Adams looks to slow it down. Defense provided by Bess for the Patriots. That's given off to Holmes for the Knights. Pass in for Sharkey and an easy layup. Great pass there. Able to work it around the defender.
And you're going to notice Carly Adams, she's not going to rush anything. She's going to take her time, view the court, and make the right play.
And almost pickpocketed there on Holmes by Holmes. And the shot up. And a great shot there by Massiotano, excuse me. Picked up by the board by Deciomano. And the Patriots able to keep that attack there. And as we have the score evident, 10-11.
Yeah, I mean, right now, North Penn needs to play a little bit more tighter. Was giving up a little bit too much of an open look. And luckily for them, the Patriots haven't cashed in, but definitely need to stop that before it gets out of hand.
And as we talked to head coach of the North Penn Knights girls team, Damon Tillini, before pregame, she talked about our team wanting to be aggressive and also to look for their open shots and obviously work the ball around. And as for the Patriots side of the ball, we talked to Coach O'Kindon, who began with her wanting her game plan to be on her offense with the ball movement and looking for obviously that open shot with some motion plays in there as well.
And their general goals right now in the beginning of the season for North Penn is just to play as a unit, really connect, make good passes, and just have fun out there. And for the Patriots, they're trying to find their identity as a team. There's a young team. They have a freshman and a sophomore in their starting lineup.
It's great information to point out, too. They'll be looking to get something going here as they have the lead so far early on in tonight's game. And the Knights will begin with possession as Lindsay will begin to get the ball into play. Lindsay will pass back to Adams. And Adams will begin the drive for the Knights. Getting off to Hewlett. Drives up and right off the backboard. Great one-handed shot there. Right over the defender. And the Patriots will begin the action. Massiotano giving off to 14. Desimone. Now Massiotano picks up the shot. Rebound, but unable to find the basket. And long pass there from Hewlett to Holmes. Back over to Hewlett. Pump fakes. And pass back to back there, finding Holmes in the open corner for the three. And the Knights liking that three-shot ball tonight so far. It's 15-11.
And there it is. She's the go-to out there from behind the arc.
Number 14, Desimone, look to drive here, giving off to Massiotano. Defense provided by Sharkey. Macedonia finds some room. Puts it off the backboard. However, Hewlett will come off with the board. Fast break given off to number 11. That was Lindsay on the shot. However, just off the rim and falls out of the net. And the Patriots will resume back with possession here in the Knights' side of the court. Macedonia gives off to Bess. Bess back to Macedonia. Pump fakes. And we'll bring it back out to half court. Stolen by Sharkey. And with the drive here, 1-on-1 with Macedonia. Shot up, but the defense is too strong there. She's unable to put it in. But as play stopped, we begin to reach the 6-minute mark here in our second quarter.
And a lot of fast breaks right there. This team needs to catch their breath a little bit, slow things down, but a lot of steals as well, which leads to the fast break.
And as we mentioned earlier, the Knights coming in off of a tournament weekend, winning both of their games, as they had their record being 2-0, beating Perk Valley 49-43 on a stunner of a comeback, and then even more of a stunner playing Chester on Saturday, beating them 63-9, and that will definitely show the attack, the aggressiveness, and the overall great defense these Knights girls can play.
And I was at that Perkiown Valley game, and there's just a huge momentum change at the half. And we'll see if that happens tonight, if it becomes close or if they're down at the half.
And Jennings began the drive. Will now have the ball at three-point line. Sworn by Adams and Sharkey. Able to get the pass off. And number 14 there, Desimone with the shot, unable to find the basket. And a travel called on Jennings. The points do not count, and the Knights will resume with the ball in possession. Holmes will begin by passing it into Adams, and Adams will bring it up court. Great defense provided by Desimone. Adams looking for somebody, able to find Hewlett.
And there's the IQ right there, not going to rush the pass just because the defense is tight.
Sharkey will take the ball. Excuse me, that's Holmes. Able to give it off to Adams. Shot clock winding down. Hewlett looks for a pass back to Adams. Adams, great handling, gives it back to Hewlett. Hewlett from three-point shot. Unable to get in off the rim, but the Knights will resume with possession with the board by Holmes. Give it back to Adams, back over to Holmes at three-point line. Back to Adams. Adams takes an open shot, but right off the backboard.
And number 55, Bree Hewlett on the Knights. She's doing a great job of spraying the floor. She'll work outside and she can go inside. Defenders really don't know where to position themselves on the field, or on the court.
Jennings will drive, met by Sharkey and Holmes on the defense. Unable to get it in. And with the attack there, Adams slips up a little bit. But Hewlett picks it up and gives it back to Sharkey. And Sharkey taking that open look. And the Knights now starting to get rolling with that aggressiveness and able to find great passing. And game plan is definitely looking to working so far. Jennings will give it back to Rocio, who's surrounded, and the forced pass to 25. That was his lob, unable to be handled, and the Knights there, great defense, forcing that ball out of bounds, and now the Knights got possession.
And the Knights coach said they wanted to play good defense, as Eric pointed out, and they also want to use the double team effectively.
Adams will begin the attack here for the girls in white. Getting off to Hewlett. Hewlett looking for Sharkey. And the defense forced there by Bess will give the Patriots the ball. And Bess will be subbed out for 21. Doherty, who will now come into the game for the Patriots. And Macedonia will bring it up. Sweeney looking for Jennings. Jennings, however, unable to put it in off the backboard.
And Jennings right now is having a rough night. So many open looks, but she hasn't been able to catch it.
Yeah, but also great defense provided there. Deep in that paint, it's going to be tough to beat. As now Kate Early comes into the game for Sharkey. She's another great defender, as you pointed out.
And not only is she a great defender, she makes her teammates better on defense. She's going to help out with assignments for her teammates. And if players open, she'll come up and help with the double team.
As play resumes here, Early gives off to Adams. Adams working to find an open shot, gives off to Hewlett. Hewlett with the spin move, pushing to the paint, and shot up, but number 21, Doherty, able to provide the defense. However, a double dribble there. Unfortunate there for the Patriots as they began to push up the court on a fast break. But now the Knights will have possession and in the Patriots' end of the court. Adams with a far pass to Holmes. Will pick it up, back to Adams. Adams gives over to Sharkey. Excuse me, Holmes. And back over to Early. And just the pass intended for Hewlett, just out of reach.
And you can tell the Patriots are guarding Hewlett a lot tighter right now. She's having a lot of pressure on that ball.
Massey-Tone will bring it up here for the Patriots as we resume play. The 22 Sweeney will pass back to Massey-Tone. She'll take the open look shot from three-point line, unable to find it in. Sweeney gives back off to Massey-Tone. Pass back to number 15, Rocio, who lays it up, but just off the rim. And the Knights will begin action now. Giving off to Facione. Shot up off the backboard. Early gets the rebound and puts it in. And the Knights taking advantage of the man short as Rocio is down at the end of the court. The Knights were able to put up two there as we reach the 2-minute mark here in the second quarter. 19-11. The Knights lead.
One of the keys for the Patriots in this game is to keep the Knights to one possession. The coach, O'Kendon, she said that you cannot have more possessions on the offense. You need to get that defensive rebound and give your offense a shot.
We're also able to talk to Dee Martelier, the head coach of the Knights, and she said that our team chemistry is good, which is essential because we have a lot of hard work to do this season in a very tough conference. As we look at the 2016 stats, in their conference they went 10-2 and were the Continental Conference champs. However, definitely not underestimating their opponents looking forward into this season, as they do have a lot of young talent, a lot of sophomores.
Yeah, and it will really help with the key losses. Some key losses were Sam Karanji, who went to Villanova, Jess Huber went to University of Sciences, and Orissa Yee, who also went to University of Sciences. Those are two 1,000-point scorers and a team MVP. But as they pointed out, these sophomores and freshmen, they're no joke. They can play.
And as Morganville taps into the game there, Massey-Tone able to resume with possession and will now pass it in Knights territory for the Patriots. Pass in for number 25, Hislop. Shot goes up for Massey-Tone. The loose ball, fighting forward and Early. And I will believe, yes, that will be Sweeney at the bottom of that pile. Early able to come up with the ball. And the Knights now have possession as Elena Mullally will bring it up court. Holmes back to Early. The short drive up into the paint, given out to Mullally. Back to Early. And 22 on 22 there. Great defense by Sweeney. And Massey-Tone will begin the fast break. And immediately met by the defense. Hewlett, shot unable to go in. And the Patriots now have possession.
It's been a very physical game on both ends. We'll see in the second half if that continues as players start to get tired.
And subbing in, as you mentioned now, with players getting tired, Lindsay will come in for Mullally on the night side. Sweeney, great move. Jennings back in the game. Almost pickpocketed by Holmes, however, Jennings able to prevail with the ball. Back to Massey-Tome, which will slow things down here at half court for the Patriots.
Good defense by Kate early. She wanted the double team and still stick to her man.
Massey-Tome to Jennings. Jennings immediately met by pressure by Lindsay. And Massey-Tome will give off to Sweeney. Shot off the backboards, and Jennings double teamed at the edge of play. Get off to Sweeney to Massey-Tome. She'll drive. And a left-hand layup, unable to get in, and Holmes will come up with the board. Here come the Knights. Morgan Farrell will give back to Holmes. Back over to Lindsay. Kate Early who finds Farrell. Farrell, contested shot up, unable to go in. Lindsay finding the rebound. He's got 2 rebounds, throws it up. Off the rim, and great dribbling there by Massey-Tome. Look for the half-court shot as play retires, but falls up just short.
And you saw on that last possession, their rebounding is very strong. They're going to get a lot of second chances off rebounds, which is something O'Kendon, the coach for the Patriots, wanted to stop.
And as we conclude play of that first half, the Knights up 19-11 over the Patriots. As a lot of great defense and action in the paint so far in this game.
And Eric, what do you think the Knights need to improve on?
I think they'll definitely be looking forward to a great second half, as you saw a lot of action in that first half. And the Knights will look to continue to lock down that defense as we get set to come back from halftime.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to this edition of North Penn Television. I'm Eric Jesperger alongside Prasham Jabambucha, here ready for half as we come out of the halftime. The North Penn girls varsity team is taking on Archbishop Carroll, the Patriots, here at the North Penn Navy Gym. And as we get set to resume action here in this second half, the Knights leading 19-11. And after a dominating first half with a dominating second quarter, they were able to score 9 out of the 9 points, 9-0. The offense going alongside for the Knights. As we get set to begin action here, Hewlett will give it in for Adams as the Knights will resume to continue a very aggressive and attacking offense.
And something to watch out for. When they came out at halftime, the Knights, they were really hitting a lot of jumpers, especially from outside of the arc. Look forward to that in the second half.
Hewlett will give off to Mullally. Mullally head fakes, gives off to Adams in the corner. She'll bring it back to half court, spin move, and lays it up, unable to find the net, but it will go her way as the foul provided by Jennings, and Adams will head to the free throw line. There's another example of that aggressive attack. Carly Adams attacking right under the rim, and will now begin her free throw shots. They put more points up on the board for North Penn.
And for both teams in the first half, both of them were driving to the lane, not taking too many outside shots. Let's see if that continues or if they go from behind the arc a little bit more.
Adams making 1 out of her 2 free throw shot opportunities. And Massey-Tome will bring it up for the Patriots. She had her name was brought up many times in that first half, as she is the key attacker for the Patriots. And the shot It looked like it's handed just under the rim, but no one there for the girls in black and red to answer. And the Knights will have possession. Hewlett will give it to Mullally. And hard pressure provided now by Jennings on Adams, which will work into the Patriots side of the court and get it off to Hewlett. Hewlett will look for an open man, drives, lays off, and unable to find the rim as the ball will roll out of bounds, and the Patriots will resume possession.
And as this game goes along, look for number 2, Jenny Holmes, to be a key contributor on the offensive side as defenders start to get tired.
Maciatone will bring it up, giving it off to Sweeney. Back over to Hislop, and intended for Sweeney under the rim. Holmes able to pick it off, and with the attack pass over to Adams, unable to find the backboard or rim, but the Knights will resume possession. Adams finds the ball again, giving it off to Holmes. Back to Hewlett in the corner, shot off the rim, and a fight between Sweeney and Hewlett. However, Sweeney able to come up with the ball in the paint, and Maciatone will continue the drive for the Patriots. Hard contact under the rim, given off to the open Hislop, however unable to find the net.
And you saw just a few possessions ago for the Patriots, the Knights just brought 3 players. They're going to protect that rim. No one's getting any free layups.
We'll have to see how that does and prevails, as if they are covering that paint. As you saw, an open shot for Hislop on that 3-point opportunity. But as we saw in that first half, the Patriots were having a lot of great open looks, but unable to prevail and make that happen. But as you saw right there, the Knights, vice versa there, as Mullally puts it up with the N1. And we'll look for some subs here. Bus will come in for Hislop as Sharkey comes in for Katie Early. And Mullally's free throw shot is good, as the Knights now lead 23-11 as we reach the 6-minute mark here in our third quarter. Maciatone dribbling, giving off the boss. Back to Maciatone now. Let's take it back to half court, slowing things down. Best looking at drives. We were immediately met by Hewlett. Pass back to Sweeney with the free throw shot. Unable to find Twine there. Adams picking it up, getting off to Mullally as the Knights attack once again. Sharkey contested there by Doherty. And now getting off to Sweeney as the Patriots back on the attack. Maciatone gets the open look and sinks the open 3 shot. But the Knights back on the attack. Mullally will take her 3-point shot off the rim, and Jennings able to reach it and tip it over Sharkey. And she'll drive hard over Adams, off the backboard and in. Jennings with a great attack there, picking up the board and putting up a layup for 2. Hewlett now with the ball will drive into the paint. And play is stopped.
And something different for the Patriots so far. Number 44, Harlem Jennings. She's not going to the baseline as much and getting the touches out there and then driving to the lane. You're seeing her more inside, trying to get to the paint from the beginning.
And Mullally will be subbed down now for Lindsay as she'll throw it in to Adams. Adams will begin the attack, giving off to Hubert. Sharkey loses handles. Back to Adams. Adams like the open jump shot. Off the rim, and Jennings able to get the board. And will be fouled on the play as the Patriots now continue with possession at their own end of the court. And 30-second timeout for North Penn. And as the score now reaching 23-16, the Patriots able to put up some offensive attack there in our last couple minutes. And a good timeout call there as the Knights will look to tighten up that defense and get some of those open looks back down, as you saw in that first half action.
And don't forget to stay afterwards for the North Penn boys taking on Pennsbury at 8.
A lot of great support here for the girls, and as we'll see for those guys here at North Penn in the Navy gym. A lot of great fans on hand with some of those players as well, which will occur later on in our coverage. Lassie Tone will bring it up for the Patriots. Now to give it off to Sweeney, intended for Jennings, but Jennings cut back and a little bit of miscommunication on the pass there under the rim. And the Knights will look to take advantage as they now control the ball. Holmes will begin the attack, giving off to Adams, and Adams will drive up. Great ball work. Holmes now back to Adams. Holmes gives to Adams, Holmes driving hard and able to find the backboard and put it in. Great ball handling there. They'll put up an easy 2 layup with a little contest there by the Patriots. Tone dribbling hard, but Adams with the great defense able to force the turnover. And the Knights will take over.
And Marcia Tone was very frustrated after that. She rolled her eyes at the ref and threw the ball.
Tough call there, didn't quite agree, but as we expected tonight, the Knights defense is going to be very locked down. And we'll look to continue that same attack here with their offense as Lindsay will take over. Great cross move, open to Farrell, and Farrell puts it up. That's finding enough space and enough time to put that easy layup and easy points up for 2. 27-16, the Knights now lead. Masterson drives under the basket, will work around and beating Lindsay and Sharkey on the far side of the rim. She'll put up 2 points for the Patriots. And hard defense there by Desimone, unable to go her way. She'll be called for it. And the Knights will resume with possession. Lindsay will get it ready to throw it in. Adams will bring it up from half court. Defense still provided by Desimone. And Jennings able to intercept the pass. Now over to Massiotone. Over to Jennings, open shot and unable to find the basket. Great hustle there by Best, keeps it in play, but the Knights will take it over under the rim. Farrell brings it up to Hewart. Back to Lindsay, she takes the open shot and just over the basket, unable to find the rim. And a hard attack there. Massiotone will find Jennings for the easy layup on the fast break.
Nice open look right there. Way to find her teammate.
Lindsay looks to slow it down and a hard pass over to Adams. Over to Farrell, back to Adams. And at the 3-point line, she'll give it off to Holmes. Holmes looking for Lindsay. Screen provided. She'll give it off to Morgan Farrell. Farrell will drive into the paint. Hard contact. And 2 shots for Farrell. As Desimone was trying to get the charge call. However, it will go the Knights' way, and Farrell will get ready for her 2 shots.
And Farrell getting a lot more touches here. Let's see if this continues.
Her first shot will go straight in. And the Knights taking advantage of their free throw shots so far tonight. And she'll also find her second one. Both very pretty shots and able to put up 2 points on the board as the Knights continue with the offensive power so far in this game. Massiotone will bring it up for the Patriots. Now giving off to Desimone. Back to Jennings. Jennings driving to the paint. Hard contested. 3 Knights were on her as she took that shot. And the Knights will prevail with the ball under the rim. Lindsay drives. Back out to Holmes. Holmes Give it back to Adams. Back over to Lindsay. And Adams will just slow things down to Farrell. Back to Lindsay. And hard contact there. Call on DeSimone. And DeSimone does not agree with the call, as Lindsay will get the free throw opportunities now here once again as the Knights able to get these free shots with their third opportunity tonight. And the first shot going up and in, and you got to figure that the Knights were coming out looking to try and take hold of the second half. As Prashant mentioned earlier in the coverage, that the Knights over in the tournament over the weekend definitely came out with a different power in the second half, coming off that halftime. And it's so far showing tonight as they are working on a commanding lead here at tonight's ballgame. The Patriots will begin the attack. Sweeney gives off to Bess, and Bess unable to find the basket, but with hard contact there by Farrell. Bess will head to the free throw line.
And as Eric pointed out, the Knights have been guarding the paint with more than one or two defenders, putting 3 or 4. Patriots have to be able to pass the ball outside or pass it to another teammate. That's something actually Magic Johnson used to say back when he was playing, is always look for the pass, even when I'm driving for the lane.
Very good to point out from a very great player. I'm sure some of these girls definitely look to play as. Bess's second free throw shot, unable to go in, 0 for 2 on her free throw attempts. And Farrell will drive up for the Knights. And a turnover against North Penn as Archbishop Carroll will now take over at their own end of the court. Macetone will bring it up. Holmes providing the defense. Getting up to Macetone. She'll drive. Macetone driving to the paint. Great dribble handling, and with a contact, Sweeney puts it up to the rim. Unable to put up 2 there, however, but she will head to the free throw line. And we're starting to see a lot more fouls here. A lot more free throw opportunities on both ends of the court.
And a lot of times that's a sign of getting tired.
Very good to point out. You saw a lot of aggressive attacking in that first half. However, for the Knights, it seemed like they had a lot of more three-point shots in that first half, where we're not seeing much of that so far, but they are getting the fouls they want called and putting up 2. And a baseball-like throw there by Hewart. 21 able to come up with the ball. Doherty. And as Jennings hit to the ground with the ball, the jump ball will go in the Patriots' favor.
Good defense by there to contest the inbound by the Patriots. And they'll be playing full court pressure the whole game, not even giving up an inch on the Knights.
Sweeney gives in to Jennings. Jennings back over to 21 Doherty. She'll begin to slow things down, looking for some room. Pass it over to DeSimone. She'll take the open shot off the rim. Back out to her. She'll be able to pick up the rebound at the free throw line. Well, as the Knights surrounded her, third quarter play will conclude. And as play will take a short break here as we get ready for the fourth quarter action. The Knights leading 31-22 over the Patriots.
And they've been able to grow out their lead right now.
And before the broadcast, we had the JV teams play for both Archbishop Carroll and North Penn. As the tides went a little different rather than this game so far, as we're seeing for varsity, the JV team for North Penn coming up short 32-58. The Patriots taking a commanding win here at North Penn. As we get ready for the fourth quarter action in the varsity game. As Prashant mentioned earlier in the coverage, the boys will get ready to play as well. The boys varsity team against and with the great support here tonight, we'll be looking forward to all 3 games. The boys team here as well, getting ready and suiting up for their play. A lot of parents and students on hand supporting this varsity team tonight.
And that shows the dedication on a school night. They're still coming out.
Staying up late for that 8 o'clock game. And as we begin action here, the Knights will take over possession. Hewitt gives it in to Holmes. Holmes will look over to Farrell. Passed in it, and defense provided by Bess. As she'll fall to the ground, Adams will be called for a travel.
And she was not expecting that. She thought it was on the Patriots until she heard the travel call and looked very shocked.
Yeah, tough call there. Just fighting for the ball, just lost her footing. And the Patriots will resume with possession now here as Massey-Tone drives up the court. Jennings will work back, passes back to Massey-Tone. She'll drive, met by Farrell and Hewert, but able to put it up for 2 points. And however, with great defense there provided by the Knights, Massey-Tone able to drive up into the paint and put 2 up on the board for the Patriots. Holmes gives it to Hewert. Back over to Early. She'll head fake and intended for Hewert. Massey-Tone able to work it away. And Jennings with the fast break. However, play will stop. And even though, the foul there on Farrell, she's able to slow down that fast break as Massey-Tone was driving up hard into the paint with no one around her. Almost that kind of good foul there to slow down the attack and get reset. Even though the Patriots will now have possession in Knights territory. Massey-Tone get off to Jennings. Jennings over to Sweeney. Hard defense there provided by Sharkey. And Holmes right on Massey-Tone as she picks up the ball. Jennings will drive, and a foul there on Adams. Patriots now will begin with possession here. As we mentioned earlier on, the coach Okrinder for the Patriots were looking for a lot of motion plays and looking to get that open shot. And as they've been able to have plenty tonight, unable to convert on a lot of them. And as we have had a lot of offensive attack here on the North Penn's end of the court, with the 4th stoppage of play on this side, the Patriots unable to put a basket yet. As Sweeney will look to pass it in once again. Pass up, Jennings able to reach up and get it, and will put up the shot in the paint. One-handed put up and immediately stolen. Pass intended for Mullally. And here will be fouled as number 21, Doherty, looked to put up the rebound. And we'll look for a little bit of sloppiness out of the Knights. And a much-needed timeout there as they look to slow it down, and just a little bit of miscommunication as Hewert looked to get that ball in quick. But a quick interception by the Patriots as Best looked to try and get that in, however, unable to find the net.
And right now during this timeout, I'm sure coach for the Knights is just trying to let them know, her players know, this game's not over by any means. The Patriots can come back very easily, and they're starting to make inroads on that comeback. So she definitely needs to let her players know that they need to keep playing hard as they've been doing all game.
Yes, after commanding leads coming out of that, or beginning in that second half, coming out of the third quarter, the score is just within 5, 2 possessions, and the Knights up 31-26 as just under the 6-minute 30 mark here in this 4th quarter. We'll look to see a great game come down to the wire here as the Knights looking to prevail as we get set to begin action.
And look for the Knights to come out here offensively after they haven't scored in a while.
As we get to begin action, Doherty will take 2 free throw shots as the Knights come out of their own timeout. Her first shot will be off the backboard. And she'll get ready for her second shot. Her second shot is nothing but net there. As Jennings right in Hewart's face, Hewart able to find Adams to prevent that interception under the rim. And the Knights will attack here up court and on the Patriots' end of the court.
And Adams has done a great job avoiding the full court pressure.
Hewart will take the shot given by Adams. And even though it was unable to find the net, Holmes comes up with the board. And Adams will give out to Mullally. Back to Adams on a bounce pass. Adams will take it back and pass it to Hewart. Hewart drives hard. Contested by number 21, Doherty on the layup attempt. The Patriots will now begin attack here. Masseyton driving hard. Sharkey, we call it for the foul, and Masseyton will head to the free throw line. Now, as you mentioned, Prasham, you've seen a lot more of these free throw attempts here on both ends of the court, and as you mentioned, that goes into some of the tiredness, as we definitely see later on in the game, both teams facing. A lot of their starters coming in and continuing to work hard.
And this is now just a one-possession game. North Penn really needs to step up.
Masseyton's second free throw attempt. Will once again find nothing but net, and Jennings continuing to apply that full court pressure. Adams will get surrounded, driving hard and tripped up as she goes out of play. And the foul on Doherty there is the Knights will now have possession, with Adams taking 2 shots at the free throw line. And her first shot goes up and in, as Carly Adams has seen a lot of that free throw line tonight, and a lot of those shots able to find all net. And her second attempt, she'll find that once again, both shots, and both going in. As the Patriots will look to continue with the offense attack here, as Masseyton brings it up, stumbles up, and a foul called on Adams. And Adams doesn't agree with the call. No fight, however, but it looked like Masseyton just tripped up a little bit trying to make a step back play. And she'll head to the free throw line.
And not only did Adams not agree with the play, you heard the North Penn section go with the boos out there for the refs.
And with that, a lot of great support. It goes both ways for the negatives and positives. And Masseyton will miss her second free throw shot, making 1 of 2. Sharkey will come up with the board, gives it off to Holmes. The Knights attacking here. Head faked. Elena Mullally immediately met by defense. Adams works in. Hewart drives up. And the foul is called as Hewart will head to the free throw line. And along with possibly that tiredness going on here with a lot of the free throws, a lot of physical play, as this game is 33-30 within a 3-point shot as we get ready to reach our 5-minute mark here in the fourth quarter.
And a nice job by Hewlett right there, going really hard to the net to draw the foul.
Her first shot will spin in, making this a 4-point game now. And her second shot will find nothing but net. Masseyton will bring it out for the Patriots. Defense provided by Adams. Jennings will look for Sweeney. Back over to Masseyton at the 3-point line. Give over to Jennings. And Best will look on that open look in the corner. Shot, 3-point attempt, however, will not go in. And with 2 players down, the Knights attacking hard. The play will be stopped as Holmes drove for the basket. And Best called for the foul as Holmes will head to the free throw line. And another 2-point opportunity here on free throw attempts for the Knights tonight as we reach our 4-minute and 44-second mark in this fourth quarter. Time winding down with just now 7 points deferring to these teams. Massitone begins at half court. Stutter steps, gets it over to Desiotone. And Best with a head fake puts it up, however unable to get it off the backboard and into the basket. It's stopped by the rim. And Hewitt will bring it up to half court and slow things down as the Knights get set for their attack. Holmes looking for Adams. She'll find her, and that's passed over across the arc to Mullally. Mullally back to Sharkey. Get off to Holmes. Holmes drives hard, gives off to Hewitt. She'll find the open jump shot look. And convert with another 2 points. And the Knights now showing a lot of the offense so far here in this fourth quarter. Desiotone will get off to Sweeney, back over to Bess. Bess at the three-point line looking for someone, and we'll find Desiotone. Desiotone drives to the paint, and contact by Sharkey and Adams. We'll stop that layup opportunity, but we'll send Desiotone to the free throw line.
And the coach for the Knights pointing out and yelling at her teammates to keep their hands up, stop any passes from going on the inside.
As we get set for the second free throw shot. Will be off the rim. And a very kind pass, bounce off. And with a lot of contact there in the corner, Massitone will be surrounded. However, able to hit it off of Holmes' legs out of bounds. And that will give the Patriots possession in Knights territory. They'll begin to stack up and then spread as Massitone will head to half court, pick up the pass, and begin the attack here for Archbishop Carroll. Jennings to Desiotone, back to Jennings, drives hard, right-handed shot over Hewitt, unable to find the net, but Jennings comes up with it. And with a hard contact in that corner, Jennings will head to the free throw line. And begin that with Hewitt with the contact there in that corner, as Jennings was able to work off with that rebound off of her own shot and come up with the ball, and now looks to convert here with 2 free throw attempts and 2 shots. And a first one will sink in. And with this shot here, she could make it a 2-possession game. And she will convert that opportunity. It's now 39-33, and she'll immediately get in Hewitt's face at the baseline. And a foul there called on Holmes. And a tough turnover there, as now reaching 3-minute mark, the Knights will call a timeout. And Archbishop Carroll taking over so far in this fourth quarter, definitely coming out of some of these timeouts and the halftime with a new set of attack on this North Penn team.
And the Knights just need to finish strong here. They have a 6-point lead. They can continue putting up good defense, protecting the paint, and still putting up points on the offensive end. They should come out with the win.
And a lot of talk in that Knights corners about their passing and movement as they're looking to try and get those open looks now and prevent these turnovers we've seen so far in this fourth quarter that have given Archbishop Carroll a lot of great opportunities, and they have been converting, especially at that free throw line on both ends for both teams.
And I'm expecting the Knights out of this break to come out strong, just finish these last 3 minutes and give it their all for this game.
Yes, and both teams so far undefeated. However, earlier on in their season, the Knights 1-0 and the Patriots 2-0. Both teams looking to continue with that and improve their record. However, both teams are in different leagues, as the Archbishop Carroll Patriots are in their own Catholic League. And coming here to play North Penn, it was a long drive, and they're looking to try and get a W out of tonight with a long drive home. And as North Penn will resume action here in the Patriots side of the court, Adams will pass over to Holmes. Holmes will look to drive, however met by Doherty there. Lindsay gives off to Hewart. Hewart back to Lindsay. She'll pump fake. And loses dribble. Messiatone providing the defense, giving off to Holmes. Shot clock winding down. Giving off to Lindsay. Back to Hewart. She'll drive. Pass over to Holmes and off the rim and backboard. And Messiatone gets the board, gives off to Messiatone. And now to Jennings. Great ball movement, giving to Lindsay, and airballs the shot just short of the rim. And look like Lindsay picked up that ball under the rim out of play. As the Knights will resume possession, and Hewart will look to pass it in from the baseline. Hewart with a baseball-like throw, finds Holmes, the one pass bounce, but great defense there. And ball will head out of bounds. And Doherty able to get back and beat Holmes to the pass on the bounce and stuffs her shot off the backboard. And a timeout called, stoppage of play, called by the Patriots. Archbishop Carroll looking to work up a game plan here as we reach our 1 minute and 44 second mark in this fourth quarter. Still a 6-point difference, with the Knights up 39-33. And with that aggressive play style coming from both teams so far, we'll see that continue as we reach our final minutes here in tonight's game, which was a game plan coming to tonight's game for North Penn, as they, even though they have great defense, that defense is also very aggressive. But they'll have to work to lock it up here and clamp down against the Archbishop Carroll Patriots, as they'll definitely be looking to work up some game plays and try and put up 6 on the board to tie it and more to come out with the dub tonight. As we begin action, number 22, Sweeney will begin the action, giving it to Messiatone, back over to Sweeney. And Messiatone will take over at the free-throw line. Shot is up and finds nothing but twine. And a huge shot there, as the Patriots will now take over. Hewart passing it in, goes off of Jennings' foot.
And this is going to be a very important next 2 possessions here.
Clock at 1 minute and 24 seconds, 39-36. Hewart will get it into Lindsay. Lindsay will pass up to Hewart. Patriots having to get back on defense.
And energy in the gym has just risen.
And hard attack there by Jennings on the defensive end. Lindsay will give off to Adams. Messiatone almost steals it. Hewart able to come up with the ball. Lindsay in the corner, back to Hewart. Fans getting on their feet. Adams will come up with the ball, back to Lindsay. Jennings fighting hard. And stoppage of play called.
And these are the type of possessions where you're going to see who wins the ball in the clutch time. Who's going to take that last shot if it were to ever happen during the season.
And Lindsay will head to the free throw line and 2 big shots as we're at 52 seconds. Only 3 points in difference for both teams. Lindsay will take her first shot. And a huge point there as making this now a 2-possession game. And she'll get ready for her second free throw attempt with the score now 40-36. Her second shot will be off the backboard. Hewart tips it out, but Jennings will take over for the Patriots. And driving up court, Desion will be open in the corner, or the shot goes over the basket. Remessier-Tone picks it up at the free throw line and sinks it. And now 40-39 as the clock will continue to tick. Reaching now 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. We'll look to see Patriots possibly foul. And they'll keep the ball in play, but now we'll roll out, and the Knights will take over with possession. 23 seconds and a 1 point now in difference in this ball game as we reach our final seconds of this fourth quarter.
The Patriots do not want to foul outside the 3-point line. You cannot let Knights, who have been hitting free throws all day, get 3 free throws. And they will get 3 free throws.
Yeah, I just saw Carly Adams passing into Hewart. Hewart immediately met on the foul. And she'll head to that free throw line. And with another big shots here, big free throw attempts, as there's only 1 point in the difference. Her first attempt will be up and good. Score now 41-39 as she gets ready for her second shot here. And as a hush falls over the room, Hewart making 2 big free throw shots there. 42-39, and with final 16 seconds, a timeout called by the Patriots, and we'll look to see one final gameplay here as they'll look to possibly get a free 3-point shot up and look to keep the ball in their attacking end of the court.
And the Patriots right now in their corner should be going over where's the shot going to be, who's taking it, where's it going to be, how are they getting open. And for the Knights, they just need to focus on making that one key stop of the game. Play good defense, play tight defense. They've been doing it all game. And if they can do that, it should look good for them.
Yes, and our head coach Oakenford mentioned earlier in the game, they want to be aggressive, look for that open shot, but also with the motion plays, they'll be looking for that one player who's open, providing with a lot of contact in the paint and outside of it. And with a score of 42-39, a 3-point shot.
And the Patriots won't be able to do their strength of driving to the lane, as it is a 3-point game.
And coming out for the Knights will be Holmes, Hewart, Adams, Fasine, and Sharkey, as they look to lock down and prevent a 3-point opportunity, as the Patriots will begin with a stack formation at half court. Sweeney will give it over to Massey-Tone, making 2 clutch 3 shots here in this last minute. They'll probably look to her. Jennings stutter steps and puts it up for 2. And with 5 seconds, North Penn needs to get it out. And a big call here. And a huge call there by the ref, as North Penn will now take over possession with a very close call there on who tipped it out, who had possession. And it looks like it will go in North Penn's favor.
And a very interesting call, I should say, as they went for 2 with a 3-point game, and right now it looks like Knights will just look to take the timeout or run timeout.
And good to point out there, Jennings made that stutter step and laid it up, which, as you saw, the Knights were just playing man-on-man and looking to prevent that 3-throw shot. So with having to put 2 up there, the Patriots were forced to play hard defense to try and come up with that ball. And now they'll be looking to do the same. Now down by 1, 42-41. The Knights lead with 3 seconds left here on the clock.
And all game, we've been seeing the Knights play 3 or 4 people in the paint. On that last play by Jennings, no one was in the paint. They weren't even worried about giving up 2 points. They knew what their assignment was, and that was to stop the 3.
And now any chance of points must be prevented here by the girls in white. North Penn looking to lock down a W here in the Navy gym, as they will begin with possession. Hewitt will give it in and look to find a white jersey and get it into North Penn possession. Hewitt looking for Adams, passes in off of Jennings, and play immediately stopped. No time run off the clock, but North Penn resuming with possession. Hewlett will look for another North Penn Knight open. Gives it in to Lindsay, and she'll get it. Fouled with 0.9 seconds left. Desionine laying out, trying to force that interception, but unable to come up with it. And we'll get set here as Lindsay will look to make 2 free throw shots. And even if she does, it will put the Knights up 44-41. As Archbishop Carroll will look to immediately get that ball and try and get that 3-point shot off, which will be very desperate and at a long range. Lindsay's first shot is up and good.
And something that the Knights will have to watch out for is when they do take that long shot, they cannot foul. The foul will put them at the line.
Lindsay's second free throw shot is up off the backboard and will fall in. And that will give Archbishop Patriots one last shot. And even with the shot coming up short, time ran out. And that will conclude a phenomenal game down to the wire, as the Knights prevailing in the final minute and taking the W 44-41. The Patriots falling short by 3 here in the Navy gym, with girls varsity playing a phenomenal game on both sides of the court. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm Eric Jesperger alongside Prasham Labanputra. As we conclude the varsity game for girls, stay tuned for our coverage of the boys varsity game here at 8 o'clock. Thank you for joining me, and have a great night, everybody.